Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Daily Antidote of Song. Welcome to Monday as we start yet another fabulous week of singing on another incredible topic and theme. This week we are going to be singing and talking about immigration journeys and, of course, Hispanic American Heritage Month. Which just started, actually Hispanic Heritage Month, sorry, which just started on September 15th and goes through October 15th. So we'll be celebrating it not only today and this week, but another week coming up as well. Super, super excited to see you all. Hello, everybody out there on Facebook Live. Thanks for joining us today. We're glad you're here. And hello, of course, to all of the fine, amazing, wonderful folks in the room. Hello, Katie Abadou, who's running the tech for us today. Thanks for being here, Katie. Hello to Dan and Claudia Zanes, who are our song leaders for today. Nice to see you guys. Glad you are here, coming in from Baltimore. Hello, Mabel with a bear. Great to see you, Mabel. We've missed seeing you the last couple days. Coming in from Massachusetts. And Brian, hello. Nice to see you today. Glad you are here. And hello to Al, whose head is down because he is much more focused on his chords than he is focused on saying hello to us. There, we got a smile. Hello, Pat Neal. Nice to see you today. And that's Katie Abadou's mom coming in from Maryland. Kim, hello, coming in from British Columbia. Glad to see you today. One of our song leaders. And hello, Annette, who's coming in from California. Glad to see you. And hello, Busy Graham. Nice to see you. Carpe Diem Arts Executive Director, dear friend, and amazing supporter of this program. Deli in Maryland. Hello. Great to see you. Beautiful smile today. Hello, Arlene in California. Maybe that's a different background than usual. See, these are the same. How do you like that? Cliff, coming in from an attic. Nice to see you. It looks really good over where you are. Very cozy. Hello, Bronwyn, coming in from Victoria. Nice to see you. And I forgot to mention that Cliff is from Vermont, right up near the Amazons. Hello to Terry Shaw. Nice to see you today. Glad you are here. And hello to Christiana, coming in from Seattle, but usually from Rockville. Hello to Kate in Charlottesville. Glad you're here again. Hello, Carolyn in Idaho, complete with hair blowing in the fan. I just love that whole look. You look like a commercial for shampoo or something. Hello, Kathleen in Albuquerque. Glad to see you. And Gary in Massachusetts. Glad you're back. We've missed you. It's nice to see you today. Amanda E. Miles. Michigan. Very nice. My Spanish is terrible. I speak French. Hello to Sarah in Texas. Nice to see you today. Glad you're here. Hello to Luda in Victoria. Glad you're here. Nice to see you. And hello to Mark, who we don't see. And hello to Susan in Seattle. Hope you and Christiana are having lots of coffee breaks. Susan G. in Ohio, glad you're here today. Thank you for being here. And let's see who's on page 2. Hello, Bonnie in Idaho. Nice to see you. And Becky in British Columbia. Nice to see you. Hello, Aloysius. Nice to see you today. And coming in from Massachusetts, Nancy's Irish Cow in Washington State. Dane, hello. Nice to have you back again. And Caroline in DC, hello. Let's all take a breath now because I actually need one. It's Monday. It's definitely Monday. Storm in Massachusetts, who had a birthday this week. Glad to see you, Storm. Thanks for being here. Kevin Ennis, who I got to meet this past week, coming in from New Hampshire. Good to see you, Kevin. Martha in Oregon. Hello, and thanks for being here today. Nice to see you. Anne in Maryland, DC, DMV area. Nice to see you today. Ruth in Birmingham, England. Hello, glad you're here today. Nice to see your smile. Hello to Jane in Texas. Nice to see you, who is also Juana, as appropriately named in Hispanic Heritage Month. Hoda in British Columbia. Hello, nice to see your smile. Jane in Maryland. Glad you're back. Nice to see you today. Karen in Oregon. Glad you're back. Nice to see you today. Bob with the other cinnamon bear. They're co-parenting from 2 different spaces today. Hello to Bob in Massachusetts with a bear. Hello to Kathy in Virginia. Nice to see you. Glad you're here. And hello to Sheila in Florida. Nice to see you. Michelle Mosier in Maryland. Hello, nice to see you today. And folks off videos, Suzanne and Kat, Alan, Isabel, Ruth, Joni, and I think more folks. Elise Witt, one of our regular song leaders, also singing with us this week and hosting us next week. Ann Wright in Maryland. Hello. And Ann Wright in Maryland. Hello. I think that means Ann Wright is in Maryland right near here where she is actually moving. And other folks, Amos and Lynn, and another Lynn, and Ruth and Isabel. Thanks, gang, so much for being here. Alan, thanks, everybody. Now let's take another deep breath. Mondays are good days for 2 breaths. So I would like to welcome you again to a week in which we are thinking and talking about immigration, journeys, and Hispanic Heritage Month. And we have a great list of artists who are going to think and sing with us all week long. We're opening up today with Dan and Claudia Zanes, who are regulars in the room and two of my favorite people to sing and talk with. Welcome, gang. Glad you're here.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you, everyone. Great to be here.
All right. Well, thank you. This was, we heard from Joe late last night asking if we could come in, and we were so grateful as always to get the invitation. So we're going to sing a song from, a song comes from Puerto Rico. It's called El Canario. And this was learned off a cassette tape, a Jibaro singer. The Jibaro music of Puerto Rico is, it would almost be the equivalent of what we would call our old time music, our Southern mountain music. It is the mountain music, kind of a rustic, rural sound in Puerto Rico, and part of that culture, the Jibaro culture, is the aguinaldos, which are sung close to Christmas time. And just for me, I would say some of the most joyful music in the world are the Puerto Rican aguinaldos. And so Ramito, Ramito, you can look him up. You probably won't, it's hard to find this song, but his music is well worth tracking down and listening to.
Yes, so the one we're teaching you today is a song called El Canario, the Canario. So the lyrics are, Que bonito canta, how beautiful he sings. Que bonito canta, we say it 3 times. Que bonito canta el Canta el Canario en la Verde Rama, on the green branch. How beautifully he sings. Thank you. Amanda gave me the thumbs up. I'm trying here with my Spanish, Amanda. Thank you. All right. So, que bonito canta. Que bonito canta. It's a party. So if you have anything to shake or play, we invite you to do that with us as well.
Let's sing the lines.
Oh, sure. Yes. Duh. Okay. Here we go. Que bonito canta. Que bonito canta, que bonito canta el canario en la verde rama. Let's try one more time. Que bonito canta, que bonito canta, que bonito canta el canario en la verde rama. You got it.
And if you're playing along, it's D minor and A7. Throughout the song. Que bonito canta, que bonito canta, que bonito canta el canario en la verde rama.
All together.
Que bonito canta, que bonito canta, que bonito canta el canario en la verde rama. Cantando vida su pena, yo la pena me ama. Qué bonito canta el canario en la verde rama. Qué bonito canta, qué bonito canta, qué bonito canta el canario en la verde rama.
Todos.
Qué bonito canta, qué bonito canta, qué bonito canta el canario en la verde rama.
Repica la pandareta, el güiro con la guitarra. Qué bonito canta el canario en la verde rama. Por el
Qué bonito canta, qué bonito canta, qué bonito canta el canario en la verde rama. Qué bonito canta, qué bonito canta, qué bonito canta el canario en la verde rama. ¡Ay! Cantando vida su pena, yo la pena me ama. Qué bonito canta el canario en la verde rama. Qué bonito canta, qué bonito canta, qué bonito canta el canario en la verde rama. Qué bonito canta, qué bonito canta, qué bonito canta el canario en la verde rama.
Yeah. That was fun. It was great to see folks pull out instruments, melodic instruments too, playing along.
That
Fantastic.
was really super fun. What a lot of energy and a lot of joyfulness, and a great way to start celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month here in the US. So I looked it up because there were things about it that I didn't know. For example, like why, unlike all the other months that I know of anyway, does it start in the middle of a month and go from September 15th to October 15th? And learned that it is because 5 different Latin American countries celebrate their Independence Day on September 15th. So they chose that as the start date, which I thought was totally fascinating. And Katie has a link that she's going to pop into the chat. We're going to be thinking and talking about Hispanic Heritage Month a lot in here. And there are a lot of amazing, wonderful collaborating organizations, the Smithsonian, the National Archives, Library of Congress, who are all putting together things this month and doing amazing programming that you can attend, watch, be a part of for free. So there's a link in the chat where you can find that. Do either one of you want to talk a little bit about the song and sort of where it came from in your collaborative universe?
This was a song that I learned from a cassette tape that I got on a trip to Puerto Rico, and we with my old group Dan Zanes and friends, we did a record called Nueva York, collaborating with Latino musicians around New York, and in my there were a lot of introductions, a lot of parties, a lot of hanging out, a lot of learning songs from each other. And in that process, a friend of mine, Jose Garcia, who's an elementary school teacher, came in to sing on this song, El Canario, and he brought an older woman with him who had been one of Ramito's original singers. And she was also teaching at Jose's school. So if you listen to the recorded version of El Canario from the Nueva York record, you'll hear a woman who sang with Ramito. So I think it's all to say just how rich life becomes. At one point in my life, I thought the name of the game was to sing a variety of songs from a variety of places. And what I came to find was that it's the collaborating with people and the learning from people and the bringing people into all that process that's in the end, sharing the stage, sharing the spotlight, opening the doors. That's really what it's about. And
the music comes alive in such a beautiful way when we do that. Yeah.
We think about that a lot in some of the organizations I work for or have worked for, Library of Congress and National Council of Traditional Arts and Washington Rebels, where you're looking to the tradition bearers themselves to transmit their culture. And definitely many more magical things happen when you're collaborating with tradition bearers than when you are trying to forge your way in someone else's tradition. So I love that you've just brought that up. And of course, our nation is rich with the gifts from Hispanic cultures. In fact, the exhibits and the things that I put the link in the chat for, or that Katie did, thank you, Katie, is very specifically about that, about looking at all of the contributions of Hispanic Americans over time. I forgot to say that the month came into being in 1968, and it was Lyndon B. Johnson who was in office at the time who made that happen. So just another little interesting factoid as you go on your journey this week, maybe with us thinking and talking about it a little bit more. So also we're going to be thinking and talking quite a lot this week about immigration. And sadly, there's actually 2 things in the news today, 2 headlines about immigration. One being that the bill for immigration reform was not supported, which is obviously a terrible disaster. And then also the plane full of deported, I believe them to be Haitians, all of them, but I'm not sure, people who were deported and sent to Haiti, landing in Haiti, not having any idea that that was where they were going or what they were going to do when they landed there. So there's some articles you can read right now, and we'll be thinking and talking about that all week long. It's definitely a habit in our nation to, I don't know, not care enough for people who in whatever way we feel, or obviously we don't feel, that some people feel don't belong, or whatever the different ways are that we talk about people who are here in this country sharing this space with us, and who, of course, it belongs to just as much as it belongs to anybody else.
Yeah,
So,
Joe, can I tap into that really
yes,
quickly?
yes.
Yeah, I think, as we think about what compassion really means, as a first world nation, as the richest nation, and as we think about, the just the visual, seeing on those covers, those articles, these Haitians arriving with no idea. You have to remember Haiti is also under control from the gangs right now. They're dealing with a president that was assassinated. COVID's on the rise. They're dealing with the earthquake that just took place. So to take these people and to put them in an unstable environment, I mean, it really is heartbreaking, and it really makes us question who we are as a people, who we are as a nation, where we can do better, where is the compassion, where is the love?
Yes, exactly. And of course, it all ties in at the same time as we're thinking about refugees arriving here from Afghanistan, and sort of the different ways in which our nation can welcome, or can make room for, and learn from the folks who've had other experiences than the ones that we have had. I've been reading a lot of just amazing stories of the young women who are arriving here from Afghanistan, and what their experiences are. And so much to learn. Thank you, Claudia, for that beautiful sharing. Dan, do you want to add anything?
I would just say, I'd like to, like I always do, I'd like to invite everybody to constructive white conversations, and just say, speaking for myself as a white person, and first acknowledging that several of you have been attending regularly and brought so much to the culture, the growing anti-racist community of constructive white conversations. I just want to say for myself, if I'm not doing the internal work, what I end up doing is sitting around and complaining about the state of the world, and I find it very difficult to actually be useful in changing, breaking down white supremacy culture. So I got to do the internal work, and constructive white conversations is a beautiful place. It's a very welcoming atmosphere, and I really want to welcome all the white folks here to come and join us, because I found, as I do the internal work, my sense of possibility, and certainly my sense of usefulness in the world increases tremendously, and as well as my own happiness and my ability to move freely and comfortably.
Thank you, Dan. I would just add to that also, like the sense of understanding. Like, it's amazing to me. There's always one story or one conversation that I have, at least each time, where there's some new perspective, some other scenario that I hadn't considered or hadn't thought of, or never got to that perspective. And it's it's such an important way of going through the world. And whether we're thinking about any culture, or we're thinking about immigration or refugees, it's all the same. It's coming from the same layers of love and a desire to be a part of an impact. So I do hope that you guys will join us, Dan and others in the room this month. I am intending to be at several of them to make up for the ones I missed this summer. And I would also just like to point out, in case it wasn't obvious, that when I was saying about the tradition bearers, that I'm speaking from the fact that I work for Carpe Diem Arts, and that we, of course, are doing that all day long in all of our programs, all of the time. I mentioned other organizations because I already know that you know who I'm coming from and who I'm a part of. So I do actually have one more thing I would love to hear about, and that is, I was one of the lucky attendees, virtually, unfortunately, of your amazing CD release concert. And I would love to hear a little bit more about that, and hear if you have any other treats for us.
Yes, well, thank you, Joe, and thank you all of you who tuned in. The chat was on fire with the Daily Antidote crew. This is our new record, Let Love Be Your Guide, that came out on September 10th. It's out there in the world. You can stream it wherever you listen to music. You can purchase it also. For those of you who don't use CDs as coasters, that actually listen to CDs, you can purchase an actual CD. But yeah, it was incredible. It was a virtual party. We had some in person some folks did come to the show as well, but mostly it was virtual here locally in Baltimore at the Creative Alliance. And the support has been tremendous. We're very, very excited about this record. We'd appreciate it if you took the time to give it a listen. And as for what's coming up, I guess we're heading to California. Anyone out in California? Yeah, we're heading out to Southern California. We're doing a show in Costa Mesa at the Segerstrom Theater. So that's the next big thing that's taking place. And I will say too, we were featured on NPR. We're very excited for this record. I think it's coming out tomorrow. Is this what they said? Sometime.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. We'll keep you posted.
Oh, sorry, I was muted. So yes, I am very, very excited to hear it and hold it in my own hands. I saw that Carolyn in Idaho is holding it in her hand.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so there she is holding that up. Yeah, I love it. I love it. It's traveling already. And oh yeah, there you go. That's so great. I love it. So Dan and Claudia, if we wanted to get that CD and or some of your other fabulous CDs, like the one that the Que Bonito song is on, where should we go? Is that your website or some other Bandcampy kind of apparatus?
Well, you can buy it wherever, but of course, as artists, we would appreciate it if you bought it from our website. So danandclaudia.com, you can find it there.
Perfect. Thank you so much. So I think that you said that there was something else you had up your sleeve. So you don't actually have sleeves on, Claudia, so they must be up there in sleeves.
Right. Yes. So this next song, it's an exiting song, if you will. So we're going to leave you with another song that has some Spanish in it. And it's a song that Dan wrote many moons ago. But I will say, as a music therapist, I know music educators, parents use this song in classroom settings and in settings with kids all the time. It's called Arriba, means up. And there's some very interesting directions that take place in this song. It is a tickling song, and we recognize that not everybody wants to be tickled. So if you have someone next to you that wants to be tickled, you can do that. If they don't want to be tickled, we won't do that. So all you got to know is Arriba means up, and abajo means down, and you can find this also on our record. Part of the reason we put this on here too is I truly believe that laughter is a revolutionary act. It really is a way of, lightening the load, freeing ourselves from the stresses of the day. It's a way of facing our challenges and saying, you know what, this isn't going to overcome me. Laughter is freedom. So that's why we have this song on the record. This is Arriba, means up.
Arriba means up, abajo means down.
Try it with us. Arriba means up, abajo means down. Now move your hands in a circle and go round and round and round. And then take the wheel, and drive all through the town.
And if you're driving when you're older, look out. You might get tickled on your shoulder.
All right, let's try this one. Arriba means up, abajo means down. Arriba means up, abajo means down. Now move your hands in a circle and go round and round and round. And then take the wheel, and drive all through the town. And if you're driving by the sea, look out! You might get tickled on your knee. Oh, I see Zadie. Hi, Zadie.
Arriba means up.
Abajo means down. Arriba means up. Abajo means down. Now move your hands in a circle and go round and round and round. And then take the wheel, and drive all through the town.
And if you're driving and you have a wreck, look out. You might get tickled on your neck.
Okay, last one. Ready?
Right.
Arriba means up. Abajo means down. Arriba means up. Abajo means down. Now move your hands in a circle and go round and round and round. And then take the wheel, and drive all through the town. And if you're driving here and there, look out. You might get tickled everywhere.
Beautiful.
Thank you all for laughing and singing with us. We appreciate it.
Thank you guys so much. That actually is the perfect end because the up and the down is exactly it. You took us up with laughter and joy and just a sense of fullness. And you took us down in this like Zen, playful way where we could just be for a minute. And I'm super grateful. Thank you for starting our week off with all of that. I want to remind everybody in the room that we have a community sing this week, which is tomorrow, actually. And Joe Jenks, one of the people who is singing in the Sing, is also going to be singing with us tomorrow, bringing us a song, immigration and otherwise. And we have lots of other great singers at the community sing. Busy and Katie are putting things in the chat about it. Please join us tomorrow. It's going to be a great one. And we'll be celebrating, of course, Hispanic Heritage Month and labor and other things. And I want to thank Dan and Claudia again. Can we all please show them how much fun we had? And
Thank
thank
you.
you. Thank you. Dan, can you just tell us what is the next, if you know, Constructive White Conversation coming up? Is it?
There's one tonight at 6:30. It's the Midtown group. And then the Baltimore one is the last Wednesday of this month at 7 p.m. And I don't know if there's another one in between, but tonight and then the last Wednesday, which I believe is a week from this Wednesday.
Perfect. Thank you so much. So there you go. Tonight, gang, if anybody wants to try and meet at tonight. And of course, the last Wednesday is the one that a lot of us have already been meeting at pretty regularly. So hope to see you all there. And I want to thank everybody again for being here today and singing with us. Dan and Claudia, thank you again. Should we have a couple minutes. Should we just do another little chorus of the Que Bonita?
Sure.
Bonita, bonito.
Que bonito canta el canario.
Qué bonito canta, qué bonito canta, qué bonito canta el canario en la verde rama. Qué bonito canta, qué bonito canta, qué bonito canta el canario en la verde rama.
Replica la pandareta, el güiro con la guitarra. Qué bonito canta el canario en la verde rama.
Qué bonito canta, qué bonito canta, qué bonito canta el canario en la verde rama. Qué bonito canta, qué bonito canta, qué bonito canta el canario en la verde rama.
Woo!
Thank you all.
Thank you again, Dan and Claudia. Great to sing with you guys today. Have a beautiful rest of your Monday.
You too, everyone.
You too.
Thank
Thank you, everybody.
Hope to see you guys soon. Thank you also to Katie for running the fabulous tech, and to Busy Graham and Carpe Diem Arts for making this fabulous program possible. Thank you to all of you for bringing your smiles and your very best selves to the room. And we're going to say goodbye to everybody on Facebook Live. Goodbye. That's Joe doing the Kathy B.